Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ashley. I'm home from work. I worked 7 to 3 today. I'm so fucking tired. I can't wait to have a nap after I'm done recording this. Uh, so, I I think I mentioned that I'm helping to coordinate McHappy Day at my restaurant at work. And today, like, okay, so originally the actual coordinator of McHappy Day at work, she was the one invited because there's only 2 tickets. She was the one invited to go with my restaurant manager to the McHappy Day after party. I didn't know that this was like a thing, a McHappy Day after party, and but it's a thing. And the whole point of the event is to drink with your coworkers, like coworkers at a higher up level. Like it's supposed to be only salary managers that go. Um, but yeah. So the point is to like drink and play games and hang out with your coworkers. But the McHappy Day coordinator does not drink. She's not a drinker. She has no interest in going at all. So she's like, "Hey Ashley, like, would you want to go instead? Like, I know you like drinking, right?" And I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, should I be like offended by that? Like, yes, I do like drinking, but like, should I be offended? I don't know. I thought it was funny, but yeah. So now I'm going to this McHappy Day after party, and I heard a rumor that it was free drinks. And I asked my boss, I'm like, Johnny, like, is it free drinks at the McHappy Day after party? He's like, yeah, it is, but like, I need you to maintain a level of respectability. I'm like, okay, I'm obviously not gonna get blackout drunk at like a work event, but like free drinks, like that sounds lit. Of course I'm in for anything involving free alcohol. Like, you know how much money I make? I can't afford no fucking liquor all the time. So if you're inviting me for free liquor, like, yes, absolutely, yes, I'm in. Uh, anyway, I'm excited for that. Uh, what was, I literally had something in mind that I was going to talk about, and I've been thinking about it for like 10 minutes, and it's just fucking gone out of my head. What was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, I remember. So, when I was walking home today, uh, I was smoking, because that's what I do when I walk, is I smoke. And this guy walks by me. He looked like he was coming the direction from the high school, and he looks about high school age, so I figure this kid was in high school. And then he's like looking at the ground, and then he looks up at me as I'm taking a drag from my cigarette, and he just starts like shaking his head. He's like, bitch, who are you? Like, who are you to judge me? But I thought I would discuss my reasons for smoking today, because people ask me all the time, like, why do you smoke? And yet they're like, don't you know it's unhealthy for you? I'm like, actually, like, I live under a rock, and I wasn't aware that it's bad for you. So thanks for telling me, though. Like, I'll quit right now. But so I first started smoking when I was 14. That's when I had my first cigarette. It was because this guy that I had a crush on, he's known me like forever, like since like grade 1. Um, so he like knew my parents smoked. Like that was kind of a thing, like that people knew about me because I smelled like cigarettes. And you know I'm 10. So yeah, through elementary school, like people kind of knew that about me just because that's the scent I had on me. Um, so the boy I had a crush on, he's like, your parents smoke, right? I'm like, yeah, like why? Like what's up? He's like, do you think you could like get some cigarettes for like me, you, and Tyler? This other guy, Tyler. I'm like, yeah, like totally, like of course I can, like, you know, me having a little crush. I'm like, of course, like absolutely, like whatever you want, and like, you know what I mean? That was me. So I took some cigarettes from my parents. We all went to this park, like probably a 15-minute walk, or not even 15 minutes, probably like a 10-minute walk away from the school, and we all had our first cigarettes together. Side note, I hold such guilt for that because me and both of those guys still smoke to this day, as far as I know. I know for sure one does. I haven't seen the one that I had a crush on in like a while, like in a few years. But in high school, even, he was still smoking. Um, but yeah, I didn't start smoking all the time. Like when I was 14, though, that's just like when I had my first cigarette. Um, and then I didn't really like smoke often for a while, like only when basically the guy who I had a crush on would ask me. And then I got to high school. I started hanging out with the party crowd, and I would hang out with all these people at parties, and I would smoke with them at parties because I would smoke when I drink. And then, by the way, I'm not advocating underage drinking. That was just like a part of my life. And And then I ended up having a lot of spares in high school. If you don't know like what that term means, it's basically like I took a lot of classes. Like I had a full schedule in grade 10 and 11, or well, in grade 10 I had a full schedule, and then grade 11 and 12 I got some spares, which is just a time where you don't have class because I didn't need to take any more classes. I already was way over my credits. I ended up graduating with like 7 extra credits, I think, or no, 6 extra. It would have been 7, but I chose not to take the volunteer credit because I didn't want to write a fucking essay and do an interview for a credit that I didn't need. You know, I already did the volunteering. You know, so it's not like it matters. I just wanted to volunteer. I didn't need the credit. But yeah, so since I would hang out with all these people at parties, they became my friends, my party friends, and when I would see them on my spares, I would smoke with them. That's when I started smoking all the time. Was when I was 16. Every day, that's when I started smoking. And so I guess you could attribute me smoking to both alcohol and boredom, really. Like, I wasn't really doing it to fit in. It's just like I was so bored and all my friends would go out and smoke, so I would just go out and smoke with them. It was just like, it wasn't to be cool. There was enough people out there who like weren't smoking, just hanging out, but it was just because I was fucking bored, you know? And then eventually people started to know me as someone who smoked in high school. And it kind of like, at that point, it kind of like did become an image thing. I don't want to say that I thought it was cool, because I never thought it was cool, but I thought it kind of almost became part of who I was in high school. Like, kind of part of my high school identity was I was one of the smokers who hung out at the smoker doors. That was kind of part of who I thought I was in high school. You know what I mean? But then we get to, you know, I'm graduated, why do I still smoke? And I'm not even saying this as like a denial thing. Like, I am truly and honestly not physically addicted to cigarettes. I can go whole days without them and be just fine. If I'm busy, I'm not like thinking about smoking constantly. That's not how it works. I'm not physically addicted. But it's definitely like extremely habitual for me. Like, if I'm outside walking, that's primarily when I smoke, is when I'm outside and I'm walking. That's when it's just like instinct. It's instinct for me. Like, I can't, like, I wouldn't even call it actively thinking about it, because I don't actively think about it. It's just like instinct now. It's so ingrained into like my routine that that plays a big role in why I continue to smoke. I guess it's still a little bit of an image thing, just because I've kind of like held on to that from high school. But other than that, there's no real like valid reason. It's something that I can do, and I wouldn't say the nicotine itself relaxes me, because that's not it at all. It's just like the fact that it is a routine. Having a routine is like relieves stress for me. Having a routine, so it's not the cigarette itself that's relieving stress. It's just the routine that's relieving stress. You know what I mean? Sorry if I'm talking a little quiet. I just realized I'm kind of being mumbly. I hope you heard most of that. But yeah, other than that, there's really no like valid reason for me to smoke. I don't think it's smart. It costs me a lot of money. I calculated it, and I spent, oh fuck, I forget the number I calculated. I'm gonna cut the next minute out while I do a little calculation here, and then I'll give you a number figure in a second. So I go through about 3 packs of smokes a week, which is about $40.35 a week, based on how much they cost here. It's like $17.35 for a pack, I think. And so you multiply that by 52, and that's about $2,100 a year I spend on cigarettes. I mean, obviously there's some fluctuation in my habit. Like I said, I can go a few days without smoking. I can also smoke a ton because I'm outside all day, for example. But yeah, I don't think it's smart. I don't think it's cool. I would never advocate it to someone else. I will never give someone their first cigarette. If I don't know you, I'm not going to give you a cigarette, because I don't know if you're a smoker or not, or if you're just asking because you decided that you wanted to smoke just now, like for the first time, you know? But yeah. I'm sorry that that's kind of anticlimactic, but like there's no real valid reason. I don't think that it's cool. I know that it's bad for my body, and I do it anyway, just because I'm a fucking idiot, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this vlog, and oh yeah, quick apology because I literally, like, I was running so late this morning. I was supposed to get up at 5 to get ready. Like, that's what I need to get up to have, like, time to do my makeup and, like, chill for a minute, you know, like, not be rushed. And then I set my alarm for 5:15 because I knew I'd be a little more tired. So I was just like, I'll just sleep in for like an extra 15 minutes because I can deal without those 15 minutes. And then I guess in my tired state, I just kept hitting snooze, and I woke up at like 5:40, which is 20 minutes before I have to leave. Like 20 minutes before I have to be out the door. Not like when you say, oh, I'm going to leave at 6 and you leave at like 6:05. Like I needed to be out the door at 6. So yeah, and I just like fucking, it's not that I really forgot because I was thinking about it, but I was just like in my rushed state. I was just like, my brain wasn't thinking about uploading the video at that moment. So yeah, I'm sorry that this vlog is going up the same day as yesterday's vlog, but yeah, I hope you can deal with that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.